You have thousands of virtual friends on social media and belong to dozens of group chats. Yet why is it that the moment you lock your phone and the screen goes black, an overwhelming emptiness still creeps in? We are terrified of being alone. We run to hollow parties and shallow acquaintances just to escape ourselves. We end up as loners in a crowd, desperate for connection, yet deeply exhausted by the performance of it. The German philosopher Hermann Hesse once wrote a truth that liberates our bared souls. Each of us is solitary, and in the end, we only have ourselves. But to the Stoics, this ultimate aloneness is not a tragedy. It is a profound privilege. In his 7th letter to Lucilius, Seneca exposed a grand secret. Being alone is not loneliness. It is the exact moment you reclaim the sovereignty of your mind and forge an unbreakable inner strength. Welcome to episode 7 of our series, 10 Letters to Reclaim Your Life. Today, inspired by the introspective journeys of Einzelgänger, we will learn how to transmute the poison of toxic loneliness into the superpower of mindful solitude. In Letter 7, Seneca gave Lucilius a stark warning. Do you ask me what you should avoid most? It is the crowd. He realized that every time we merge with the masses, we return home with our character slightly worsened, more compromised, more envious, and more insecure. Why does this happen? The philosophical educator Einzelgänger dissected this paradox beautifully in his essay, The Dilemma of Loneliness. When we force ourselves into communities simply to avoid being alone, we pay a massive psychological tax. We trade our precious time, and worse, we are expected to conform to the group's narrative and values, even when they violate our own authentic principles. You agree with office gossip, and you laugh at jokes you find tasteless just to remain accepted. But that is not connection. That is self-betrayal. You are begging for approval from people committed to misunderstanding you. Modern cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, draws a clean line between two mental states, loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a passive, painful state, the feeling of abandonment and dependency on external validation. Solitude, however, is active and fruitful. It is the conscious choice to step back and enrich your inner world. As Carl Jung famously remarked, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." Loneliness only turns toxic when your inner kingdom is barren, constantly demanding others to fill the void. But when you master solitude, aloneness ceases to be a prison. It becomes the fertile soil where your true identity is cultivated and allowed to shine. It is the sacred space where you journal, audit your judgments, and heal the quiet wounds of your mind. How do we live in a chaotic world without losing our souls to it? The Stoics built what Pierre Hadot called the Inner Citadel through the practice of Prosoche, Stoic Mindfulness. Prosoche is the habit of mindfully observing your thoughts, actions, and judgments from moment to moment. In solitude, you learn to define your worth by your character and actions, which are fully under your control, rather than the fleeting opinions of the crowd. You must guard access to your mind like it is your premium currency. Stop over-explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Stop bleeding your precious energy into toxic environments. Your quiet, self-respecting silence is the ultimate shield protecting your peace. Only open the gates of your citadel to those who respect your boundaries and cherish your true self. Seneca once left us with this deep advice. Retreat into yourself as much as possible. Associate with people who will make a better man of you. Your actionable takeaway for tonight. Take just 15 minutes before bed. Turn off all digital devices and leave your phone in another room. Sit in the stillness of your room under a warm light. Do not try to solve anything. Simply allow your loneliness and anxiety to surface. Observe them calmly and let them pass. When you have the courage to sit with yourself in self-respecting silence, you will realize you are never truly alone. You are in the company of your greatest lifelong ally, yourself. Master your solitude to reclaim your mind.